All right, part three, and just to let you know, I do not like videoing myself at all, but I feel like this story needs to get out. So fast forward to a year ago, I've met a lovely, kind man in my life, and we've been seeing each other for about a year. Very kind heart, a heart of gold, but there's a lot of skeletons in the closet. Let's just say that. Which I tried to fix, I tried to heal, I tried to help numerous times, and to not much avail, really. Anyway, so let's move on to the spiritual side of things. So, over the last 6 weeks, I have had burnout in all areas of my life, emotionally, completely got annihilated. I couldn't even get out of bed one day, absolutely emotionally exhausted, mentally completely confused, absolutely confused, chaotic, anxiety on all areas of my life, and really was sort of just choosing fun and wine really over Yahweh, let's just say that much, and which was fun at the time, but probably shouldn't do that, like it says, because he is a jealous God. So throughout these 4 weeks, I had been feeling that there'd been quite a bit of spiritual warfare going on in the cosmos. And let me just think about the first couple of times this has happened. Oh, yeah. So the first incident was my son has been having quite the tough time. He's been incredibly emotionally dysregulated, a lot of swearing, a lot of just having a really hard time. And it's been hard on all of us, my daughter included, and hurting her physically and mentally and psychologically, and myself. And he had shared with me one night that he couldn't sleep because there was something under his bed. And I was putting him to bed, and I said, "Are you sure you're not just making it up?" And he said, "No, there's something under my bed." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll pray for you." So I did that, pray, Lord, whatever's under the bed, it goes away. And it did, and he slept well. And then one morning I woke up with severe migraine, worst pain ever, worse than childbirth. And it was the first and only day that I could not walk my daughter to school, who's 7. So she had to walk to school by herself. And across the road, and this is in real life, they were doing the house up, and there was all these trucks there with gravel and all that sort of stuff. And she came back to me and she said to me that afternoon, "Mum, there's a bad man in that truck. There's a bad man in that truck." And I said, "Oh, that's no good. Did you look him in the eye?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "That's good. You look him in the eye because it shows that you're not scared of him." And she said, "Oh, yeah, she did do that." The next day, then Reuben proceeded to tell me that he wanted this bad man to kidnap me, etc., which I just kind of ignored. And on the side note of that, this is a bit of a funny story. That morning, when before he told me that I was trying to teach them under the bambushes, and he couldn't quite do it, and I was getting frustrated, and I said, "Oh, you're just being stupid," and he absolutely just lost the plot. That's why he was getting annoyed with me. So his trigger's getting changed. Anyway, side story. So he wouldn't walk to school. I'm walking with Caitlin, skipping along, and he was trailing behind, and God had said to me, "Go and apologize to him." And I went, "Oh, stupid, annoying child." So I did. I went back and I said, "I'm sorry, Reuben, for calling you stupid." I said, "I'm just really frustrated." And he said, sort of came to the conclusion that it wasn't me. He was feeling really down and out about school, and everybody hates me, and the teacher hates me, and all this sort of stuff. And he had quite the teary, which isn't true because I had just spoken with the teacher before. And came back that afternoon and apologised for being mean to me. So that was quite cute. Oh, this is not even the scary bit yet. This is just part 3. We haven't even got to that. Anyway, it was only the bad man in the truck. I will add on the little bit. So with my daughter who's 7, she's got quite the gift. And Caitlin also means pure in Irish. And she'd said to me, we do roses, buds and thorns at the dinner table. And it was just me and her one day for dinner. And I said, "Oh, what's your rose for the day?" And she said, "My rose is seeing the angels at the playground." And I went, "Wow, did you actually see them?" And she said, "Yeah." I saw them and I said, well, what did they look like? And they were tall and they had white with wings and they had this glow sort of around their face. And I said, man, that's awesome. I said, how many were there? And she said there was a baby one, a 105-year-old, a 20-year-old that was having his birthday, Moses, Mary, and the donkey. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I said, that's so cool, Kate. And she said, yeah, that's the first time that I've seen them before. I said, that's absolutely my rose for the day too. So that's one little side point on, I believe it's a generational blessing that we have this gift of distinguishing spirit. So it's nice that she has it too. So this is is it 3? Yes.